Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony Max, and you know I do it to the max for sure. Hey, welcome and thank y'all for joining me again on another episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real issues that affect real people in real everyday life. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing submission and why women don't submit and the difference in between the women who don't and the women who do. Okay? Hope you got your pen and your pad. You ready? Come on. Let's go. Here's the deal. You have women who are submissive and women who are not submissive. Here's the difference. You have something called the kingdom of God. You have something called the kingdom of the world. The women of the world are the feminists. Oh, we can do the same thing that guys can do. I can do anything that a man can do. Oh, I'm INDEPEND. That independent stuff is, stop it. I don't need no man. Stop it. I can do the same thing that a man can do. Stop it. You're not built like that. You are a female. You are a female, a woman, a man with a womb. That is the reason that you're here on this planet, to procreate life, to extend life. Your egg plus the seed from a man equals a baby in 99% of the situations, 99% of the time. That's how it was designed by God, period. So, as far as you women that are feminists and you think, oh, I can do, okay, go put you on a football uniform and go jump out there on the football field with them 300 and 400 pound dudes. Now, don't tell them to take it easy on her because you're a female. No, don't take it easy on her. Oh, she's a girl. No, you do it. You think you can do what a man can do? Come on with it. Come on with it. Put your football uniform on and get on out there. Put your basketball uniform out there on and get out there with the guys. Yeah, I didn't think so. You know why? Because you're not built like that. You're a female. So be comfortable within your female body because that is God's intention for you as a female. We can't have babies. We can't breastfeed babies. Why? Because we're not women. That's not the way God created us. You have men, you have males, and you have females. Two different things. Here's my point. God created man first and fashioned woman out of, love and intent. That's a whole different thing. Women, you guys, why you guys are so beautiful and so just, so earthly and just goddesses and, y'all are just all the way live. I love my women. Y'all are beautiful. But you have a particular role to play. You cannot be the man of the house because you are not a man. A man cannot be the woman of the house because he is not a woman. He is a man. So when you guys recognize your positions and your roles and you play your positions and your roles the way that you're supposed to, the way God intended to, then that's when you have long-lasting marriages for 30 and 40 and 50 and 70 years. That's how that plays out. It don't just happen automatically. It happens because each person in the relationship is fully aware of their position, of their role, and the areas where they fall short on, they do the necessary research to make the improvements that are necessary to become more of who they're supposed to be anyway, to become better at their roles. Right now, I'm practicing to be a good husband because one day I'm going to marry I'm gonna find me a woman out there and she's gonna be a good wife. So I can't be it's still in Playboy mode and I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm clubbing it up and running through females. That's not how it go, man. That's not how it goes. Now check this out. Here's the difference. In the kingdom of God, women have the Bible as the instruction manual. So we put everything on God the way that we're supposed to put everything on God. Us as men, we go to God and talk to him. Hey, look, our wife ain't doing this, and etc., etc. We go down the list, and God takes care of that. The wife does the same thing. Hey, look, Jesus, my husband is such and such, and I'm having these problems with him, and you promised that you'll take care of it, so I need you to take care of my husband. And God takes care of that. But when you're in the world and you're trying to bring a worldly understanding into that kind of a relationship, it's, that's just not a good mix. That's like mixing water and oil. It just don't mix. That's why God tells us not to be unequally yoked. You are unequally yoked when you are with someone that's not a true follower of Christ. And again, I'm only speaking in this portion of those of us that are true followers of Jesus Christ, because we have the same instruction manual, so we're all held by the same standard. I don't have to worry about attempting to fulfill or satisfy your standard, and you don't have to worry about attempting to satisfy my standard, because you're a woman and I'm a guy, and we just understand differently and operate differently, but we both still serve the same God. And by using his benchmark of instructions, then you can bring it to me like, hey, look, honey, remember this, and okay, this, and this is what you're not living up to, what God said, and vice versa. So we get to work with each other and on each other throughout the marriage, throughout the relationship, to make it better. Because if you never do any work, how can you possibly expect it to get better if you're just sitting there thinking it's not gonna do it on its own? It's not automatic. Ain't nothing in life automatic, dog, except for life and death. You are going to automatically die, and you are going to automatically be born, as long as the seed in the egg has fertilized. Here's my point. Women, you gotta stop with that feminist mindset. I don't need no man. If you don't need no man, then leave him alone. Stay by yourself. That's just real. You don't need to be a man. He's not gonna tolerate all that extra. Know that you need him. I need a woman, a good Christian, obedient Christian woman to God's word in my life. Notice I said obedient. I don't just need you just because you claim to be a Christian. I need you to be a true follower of Christ, demonstrated in the way that you live your life. And vice versa. A real woman of God, she's a real true follower of Christ, a real Christian, she looking for the same thing. She want a man that demonstrates that he believes and follows God by the way that he lives his life. And that's when we become equally yoked and have long-lasting marriages. Now, are there some, or maybe even many people of the world, in the world, that has, regular, non-Christian related marriages? Of course, plenty of them. I'm not speaking on them. I can't speak on them because that's not my clique. I'm not part of that group of individuals. I believe in Jesus, and that's the type of woman that I'm going to have. I'm not going to tolerate or settle for anything less, because we ain't going to do nothing but have problems. And that was the problem with my ex. I can't talk to you about the word of God because, one, you don't believe everything in there. So if God lied over here, then who's to say he's not lying over there? So it ain't, I tried it, and now I have a better understanding as a result of my experience of what not to do ever again. So best believe, I will have me something bad on my arm, off the muscle. That's how I've always been. That's how I'm always going to be. But I'm not in no rush, and I'm not going to compromise my standards or my integrity to do so just to have the company of some female. You get used to people, y'all. And a real woman, if she's a real woman, she already knows that she's supposed to submit to her man. I don't mean allow him to just run over you and treat you like a doormat. I mean, you know your position. You are my man, and I'm going to submit to your will. Here's what I think about it. Here is how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, you go ahead and call the shots. I'm not saying this is supposed to be in every area of your life, but this is on big decisions. Buying a house, buying a car, any kind of real major financial decision, naming a child, stuff, just big stuff. Little stuff, we don't need to be micromanagers. We just, need to know that we have your respect. And if you don't respect your man, then you ain't got no man. He not a man. If he beating you up because you disrespectful to him, he not a man. All he got to do is leave and go find him somebody else that will treat him. That's the main problem with relationships right now, is submission. These women have been listening to these songs and watching these movies and these TV shows and videos and reading magazines and books, and yeah, girl, you don't need no man. Listening to their homegirls that's lonely by themselves, been by themselves because they messed up, and now they messed up. You better try to make your own path. Don't follow the trend. Don't follow the path of the dummies. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. That's what I do. I'm gonna leave a trail, baby. That's the only way that I rock. For real. So if you rocking with Tony, your mind is going to be increased and improved over time, because I'm going to teach you some things. That's why I tell you to get your pen and your pad so we can rock this thing out. This is education. I got to do my education, my due diligence, to make sure that you are properly informed so you can make an educated decision on who you choose to allow into your life. If you see off the muscle that in her friends, some of her friends ain't submissive, all her friends are single, she can't keep her feet at the house, she always in the street somewhere trying to do something, popping drugs, smoking, drinking, and hey, if that's what you want, bro, more power to you, pimpin'. But me, no, man. I need me a woman that is already practicing to be a good wife. You know why? Because I'm already practicing to be a good husband. Period. It ain't rocket science. And when you guys come together and click, man, y'all gonna be so on the same page and in love and just in sync. Spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And hopefully physically too, because I love working out. Now, I didn't fell off a little bit on my workout action, but I'm about to get back up on it, for real. So, yeah, man, it's just really important to choose and choose wisely. Don't just choose or accept or settle for anything just because he's a dude and he got a piece. I don't care about your little kitty cat. I don't nobody care about that. Hey, look at it, little mama. I done 10 years in the penitentiary, all right? I didn't die from not having sex when I was in the pen, and I sure ain't finna die now. It is not that serious. I'm not finna chase you about your little box. I'm not finna ask you for your little box. I'm not finna sweat you for your little box. I'm not finna try to go do nothing extreme so I can impress you and get your little box. I don't care, dog. I'm good. Straight up. If your mind, see, it's not the cookie that stimulates me and makes me happy. It's your mind. The cookie is gonna come anyway. I ain't worried about that. What I'm concerned about is your ability to sync with me on the emotional, the spiritual, and the intellectual levels. I'm not trying to make love to your body, I'm trying to make love to your mind. So that over years, I'm thinking about 10, 20, 30 years down the road, are we gonna have a better relationship because of the self-work, because of the interest in pleasing me and my interest in pleasing you? If that's the goal, how can I make myself better so I can make my man happier? How can I make myself better so I can make my woman happier? That's the goal, dog. Notice I said a woman, a real live true woman of God. Not a woman of, women of the world is whatever. They settle for whatever, they accept whatever, and that's the reason why they get whatever. But I mean a real live true follower of Christ, then that's a whole different ballgame. Now you can just meet you somebody on GP from the world and have whatever kind of relationship in a worldly sense that you want to, and it can go either way. But even though in the world in a regular relationship without God involved, I mean still though, man, you still can do things to help you guys to have a better, higher quality of relationship. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to listen and pay attention and do the things that your mate brings to your attention. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You submit because you respect. And you love, and we love as men because we recognize the submission and we appreciate the respect. So we show love. You see the different positions? You see how it plays out? Your position is to respect your man, respect your husband. That means you can't be having no slick mouth, talking sideways to your dude. You can't be using vulgar language in relation directed at your man. Not if he a man, that's why a lot of women be getting beat up. Because the dudes don't have good coping skills to process that kind of information. What? You said bow, bow, bow. And that's how that goes. So they not men for putting their hands on a woman because they should understand, look, that's the weaker vessel. So just leave her alone and go somewhere on about your business. Find you somebody else that knows how to give you that respect. But when a woman knows who she is, truly knows who she is, and knows her position, and she's good, she's great at playing her position, man, and she runs across a guy that knows his position and plays his position great, man, that's better than peanut butter and jelly, baby. That's the best thing going, for real. Because now you are accomplishing, you are fulfilling the purpose of God creating man and woman in the first place, with him as the head of the relationship. Man, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I've seen it before, and it's just beautiful. That's what I want. I'm not just trying to just subject myself to somebody else's madness because she done been mistreated all her life and scarred mentally, emotionally, and all that. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Now, if you're willing to do the work and you done been through whatever past relationship drama, I'll work with you. I work with you because I know, ain't nobody perfect, and I know we all, those of us that are trying to do self-work, trying to better ourselves, I know that we all need to improve and we could all be better. So from that aspect, yeah, I work with you. I ain't doing no tripping. But guys, ladies, gentlemen, y'all need to understand, man, you gotta approach this thing from an intellectual and spiritual perspective and not so much a physical perspective. Sure, the physical is the initial attraction, maybe in some cases. Maybe it's the conversations on the phone or text messages or something. I don't know. But after the initial, then comes the long run, which is the emotional connection, the spiritual connection, the intellectual connection, if there is one. These are the things that are most important in relationships. So, in summation, in conclusion, what I'm saying, you guys, is don't be focused or stop focusing on the wrong things in relationships. Oh, he fine. Oh, she fine. Oh, he cute. Oh, she cute. That's great because we all want to be with someone that's attractive, because that's just, that's just what we want. We are attracted to what is attractive. No problem. However, keep in mind, the whole point, the whole goal is to have a relationship, which means a unity, a spiritual unity, an emotional unification, and an intellectual unification with this woman for the rest of your life until you are dead. And guess what? Fine gradually fades. I'm going to say this again. For those of y'all that are far away, fine gradually fades. So whether that's a guy or a girl, eventually her beauty will fade gradually over time. Guys, gradually over time. Ain't nothing gonna stay tight to death forever, baby. Not even machines stay tight to death forever. That's the reason why you have to replace parts or maintain them. And exercise is a way of maintaining your vehicle, which is your body. But if you focus on what's important in the beginning, then when it fades, when that beauty fades over time, you won't even notice. You won't even care. Matter of fact, she'll still maintain the same beauty to you that she had when y'all first met. Why? Because your interest was not primarily in her body or in her box. That cookie wasn't the only thing you was interested in. What you were interested in is her as a person, her as a woman, that personality, her making you laugh, her tending to your needs like a wife, a good wife, is supposed to do. Him tending to your needs, making you laugh, massaging your feet. These are the things that matters. Everybody want a bag. I want a bag. I want a man that got a bag. I'm gonna do a video about that next. I want a bag. I want his bag. It's cool to want a bag, but when you want somebody else's bag or you want somebody to give you a bag, that's a problem. The Proverbs 31 woman don't say nothing about somebody giving her a bag, but it do say that she go get her a bag. So that's fine to be about your bag, but you can't be about your bag primarily. That cannot be your primary first and foremost interest. Your first and foremost duty is to make sure that your man is taken care of. Just like men, your first and foremost duty and obligation is to make sure that your wife is taken care of. But, and maybe I even used the wrong word for that, being duty, because really it's not necessarily a duty. It's a responsibility for sure, but you should also have the want to do this. And your want to should be birthed out of your love, respect, and appreciation for who she is and or who he is. Women, who he is as your husband. Men, who she is as your wives. So I ain't gonna get too deep off into that. I just want to I just wanted to give y'all a little tidbit of information. I'm gonna bring this to a close today because I don't like my videos to be too long when it's a talking head. So yeah, man. Just stay tuned for other videos because I will be breaking down other issues, the psychology behind other issues that we have, as well as the spiritual issues that we have in connections, how they culminate into the perfect union of man and woman, so that we can have a long-lasting, good, high-quality relationship until the end and beyond, because there is life after death. So many things to discuss. We'll discuss that later too. But anyway, man, look, I just want to thank y'all for joining me of another great episode of Truth to Life. Make sure that y'all continue to like, subscribe, share, and hey, man, share. Hey, get the message out there, man, and join the click. Don't forget to get y'all some player wear, which are, you know, some of my merchandise. I'm gonna have some different designs and stuff coming out too later. But for now, I just got a little bit of something for you. Check me out, man. Click on the link at the bottom. Take you to my clothing line called Player Wear, or up in the top right hand corner. And I got music up there too. So man, look, just check me out. Thank y'all for all the love and support y'all been giving your boy, and continue to keep it coming, man. Continue to keep it coming. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all, man. Much love. Mwah.